WWE has delivered countless unforgettable moments. But what about the ones most of us forgot? From shocking showdowns to hidden gems buried in the archives, today we're digging up 10 matches you probably don't remember, but definitely should. Let's rewind the tape and relive some lost classics. At number 10, we have Santos Escobar vs. Dragon Lee from Survivor Series 2023. Santos Escobar vs. Dragon Lee was a high-octane showdown that delivered everything you'd expect from two of WWE's top luchadors: lightning-fast counters, explosive strikes, and pure chemistry. It was a clinic in modern lucha libre with just enough WWE flair to keep fans glued. But despite the action, the match flew under the radar. Why? Simple. It was buried on a crowded card with no long-term story payoff. I feel like this match would have been appropriated way more on an NXT Premium Live event instead. Number 9 brings us to Cody versus Dominic Mysterio at Money in the Bank 2023. Seeing this on paper after having forgotten about it feels weird, but it did happen. This was before Dominic grew a mustache and early in his Dirty Dom gimmick. Accompanied by Rhea Ripley, Dominic faced Cody Rhodes in an actual good match. While the match was entertaining, it lacked significant stakes or storyline progression, serving primarily to keep Cody visible ahead of his feud with Brock Lesnar. Overshadowed by more high-profile matches on the card, it didn't leave a lasting impression on fans. Number 8. Big E versus Apollo Crews at WrestleMania 37 for the Intercontinental title in a Nigerian drum fight. Despite the unique stipulation, the match essentially functioned as a no disqualification bout, featuring kendo sticks, tables, and steel steps rather than the drums that surrounded the ring. Apollo actually secured the win and became champion in a forgettable title change. While the match had its moments, it was relatively short and lacked the depth to make a lasting impression. The underwhelming use of the Nigerian drum fight gimmick and the abrupt finish contributed to it being overshadowed by other matches on the card. Number 7 brings us to 2019, when the Tribal Chief was not born yet and Roman Reigns was still the big dog. He teamed up with the man he beat at WrestleMania, The Undertaker, to face Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre at Extreme Rules in a no-holds-barred match. The bout featured memorable moments, including Elias interfering with a guitar shot to The Undertaker. While the match had its standout moments, it is often overlooked due to its placement as the event's opener and the lack of significant storyline implications. Additionally, the match's structure, which initially adhered to traditional tag rules despite the no-holds-barred stipulation, may have contributed to its diminished impact. Nevertheless, it remains a notable performance for The Undertaker, demonstrating his enduring presence in the ring. Number 6 brings us to Apollo Crews again. This time he faced Sheamus at Money in the Bank 2016. You know Sheamus will have a good match, despite who he is facing in that squared circle. While this match had its moments and was good, it seems like the crowd had a hard time connecting with Apollo Crews once he got called up from NXT. Plus, with the Money in the Bank ladder matches and John Cena versus AJ Styles, it's easy to forget about this bout. At number 5, we have John Cena and Bobby Lashley versus Elias and Kevin Owens at Super Showdown 2018 in Australia. It's a match most people forget because it had little build-up, no stakes, and felt more like a house show attraction than a pivotal WWE storyline. The match itself was basic, with Lashley doing most of the in-ring work before Cena tagged in for a short flurry. Something memorable about this match, though, is Cena debuting his new 6 move of doom, a lightning fist punch that felt more humorous than impactful. It also marked one of Cena's last appearances before stepping back into part-time status. Entertaining, but ultimately forgettable due to its lack of consequences. Number 4, we got Triple H versus Dean Ambrose at Roadblock 2016. Triple H defended the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Dean Ambrose in a match that, while critically acclaimed, is often overlooked. Despite its quality, the match is frequently forgotten because it occurred at a non-major event with a predictable outcome, as WWE was building towards Triple H versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 32. Nonetheless, the match showcased Ambrose's main event potential and remains a hidden gem for fans seeking underappreciated classics. At number 3, WWE Backlash 2023, Seth Rollins faced Omos in a match that many fans tend to forget. The bout lacked a compelling storyline and was added to the card with minimal build-up, making it feel like a filler match rather than a marquee event. Despite this, the match featured a memorable moment where Rollins executed a top rope stomp to secure the victory, showcasing his ability to adapt his finisher against a much larger opponent. While the match exceeded expectations in terms of in-ring performance, its lack of narrative significance and placement on a card filled with more prominent matches contributed to its forgettable status. Number 2 brings us to Dolph Ziggler versus Otis at WrestleMania 36. The story build up to this match was actually pretty good with Love Triangle featuring Mandy Rose and was well received with fans at the time. But when he came for the match to actually go down in an empty arena at WrestleMania, due to the pandemic, it was hard for it to deliver because of the lack of fan reactions to the moments in the match. But looking back, this feud would have been great and much bigger with fans in the arena. And at number 1, we have Undertaker versus Rusev at the greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia in 2018. What makes this match more random than it actually is the fact that this was a casket match and had zero build-up to it. It was more spectacle than substance, and the outcome, Undertaker winning, was predictable. What's memorable, though, is seeing Rusev, who was red hot with the Rusev Day gimmick at the time, share the ring with a legend. The image of Undertaker closing the casket on both Rusev and Aiden English added a classic deadman touch to an otherwise low-stakes match. This was our list of 10 forgotten matches that happened on a premium live event in WWE history. Let us know what you think about our list, and if we should add more matches for a second video. Like the video, subscribe, and much love.